But yeah, so the images the flashback that we saw was not the Purge. That's something else. That's literally just like some kind of droid army attacking Mandalorians.
Yeah, that could be after when I don't think Palpatine was cool with Mandalore, right?
I mean, it's like you never know these days. Like it's like they're changing everything over. It's like I don't know. I mean, we don't know. Last time we saw him on Mandalore, he was attacking. We saw Palpatine attack Darth Maul and his brother, and I can't remember his brother's name. Do you guys remember Darth Maul's brother's name?
Savage Opress.
Thank you.
Yes.
Remember that epic battle that he has with the two of them? So that was the last time we saw him on Mandalore when he pulled Darth Maul out of that and took him back to.
Lethal Lightning hates this Mandalore.
He hates this show.
He hates Dave Filoni. Which we got to go on and do that, Ben.
Dude, yeah, I would love to. He just has, I don't think he's gotten back to us, but yeah, I can't wait to do that with him because I do want to talk to him about it, and I get why he doesn't like it. But it's definitely more. It feels. I mean, I don't know. For me, it feels a little watered down. Man, it's so dark. Isn't this series dark as hell?
Well, it's got to be dark because they got to hide the imperfections of not mediocre
CGI and stuff, or what?
It's a TV budget, so they got to hide as much as they can. So
Got it.
It makes it really hard to make memes out of all this darkness. They have to lighten their.
It's a trap. I am not hurting here.
Sentinel hates Filoni too. That's hilarious.
Is it Filoni or felony?
Dave Felony. There we go.
Dave Felicio.
He stole my childhood.
When I first seen this picture, I was like, okay, he's going after Akbar's son. Does Akbar have a son? Admiral Akbar?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. That is that. That's what I
was like, wait, Admiral Akbar?
Yeah.
He's son of a noble. I'm like, he's going after Akbar's son.
Hell yeah. This guy has a cocaine problem.
That's one thing I kind of resent about this show. The amount of needless. No, but the needless, look, it's almost Akbar, but it's not Akbar. Look, it's almost Yoda, but it's not Yoda. It's almost Boba Fett, but it's not Boba Fett.
If they were like, Admiral Akbar's son is snorting too much kyber crystal meth, I'd be like, that's what's up. That's so awesome.
I just feel like they're giving us a bunch of when you go to the store and you get knockoffs, this is like a knockoff version of all the good stuff that we love. And it's kind of we got the feelies from it, but it's not the real version. It's like a knockoff version of everything we love.
I think this is another example of the pussy is half full or not. I'm like, wow, I think of more analogy is I can go to the liquor store and get I can get 3 cigarettes for 75 cents.
The foundlings are what it was one of the other things they said. They said we passed this already, right? It's the scene where he has a little bit of a kind of a talk with some of the other Mandalorians who are, all of a sudden, taking notice to all of the Beskar that he's found. And so what does he say? What do they say? So say we all, but it's not that. It's something else. It's like, there it is, or it is what it is, or it's like some short phrase. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like it's something kind of stupid, but that's my. I'm
looking.
Yeah, I know.
The Mandalorian ride this thing like Marty McFly rode the hoverboard in Back to the Future, just like. You know what I mean? Just take it, hold the baby and just push with his foot and just ride it like a board. Shooting.
If Ryan Johnson is directing that thing could probably take out a Death Star.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, it has.
If it has,
that's hyper speed on.
That's hyper speed, exactly.
I didn't know this thing had hyper speed. It's not working. Where's Ray?
This is the way. That's what it was. This is the way. So say we all. This is the way. This is the way.
Yeah, I went back to that spot.
That's so dumb. I'm sorry, guys, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to.
When they kept saying this was the way, it reminded me of the guy in the first two when he's like, "I have spoken."
Yeah.
I love that guy. That's so good.
You're gonna buy me lunch. I have spoken.
I have spoken. Period.
You can't deny it. You gotta,
dude.
He's spoken.
Yeah, exactly. You can come out with a T-shirt that says "I have token or smoking," and
I am smoking.
Like kid with the joint.
You don't get a voice like his if you're not.
It's almost like a mind trick when he says "I have spoken." It's like you're compelled to just do what he said.
Yeah. Except he sounds exactly like Leia.
Can't argue with that logic.
He sounds like Princess Leia and what's her name from Terminator Salvation? Linda Hamilton. He sounds like Linda Hamilton and Princess Leia. They both have that raspy cigarette voice.
Hello, honey. How are you? Great endorsement for cigarettes. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I just smoked the shit out of this.
You know what? Well, that's obviously a tanning bed. He's gonna tan.
Yeah. Green Yoda will now be brown Yoda.
They're giving him a tan.
Dark green Yoda.
That's a tanning bed.
I wish you would have killed the scientist.
I did. You know what? I did. I liked the idea that Shaney, that you brought up before, that they're wanting to harvest the midi-chlorians, and I'm not going to open the can of worms of midi-chlorians, whatever. So maybe they're harvesting, force-sensitive blood or harvesting force-sensitive DNA. Like that to me is interesting. Like that's.
But DNA is not that hard to. You don't have to go through a process. All you do is pull out a follicle of hair. You don't really got to do much for DNA. Like,
right.
I think the process that they were doing looked kind of involved.
What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're doing then? What do you think they're doing?
Well, I mean, I don't know. My only guess is midichlorians, because if it was just DNA, just take a syringe, put it in and pull out some blood. Not a major deal, right? You don't have to put them in a machine and do the red nonsense. Like,
wasn't there babies on Mustafar?
Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the one episode from Clone Wars where the Emperor, or not Emperor at the time, but Palpatine was collecting the force-sensitive children? It was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Since now we know he's alive.
On Mustafar.
That's a good call.
And now we know he's alive, so.
Yeah, 5 babies from there, right?
Way or form.
I was thinking.
Which is the stupidest thing ever. But my 2 cents, if
Palpatine, really think, Ben?
If Palpatine is alive and he's doing his thing, whatever, and that he's collecting the younglings for force sensitive younglings, that works. But I bet you anything, it's probably Snoke, because they're like they're probably going to have Snoke at the end of this. No, probably not.
It'd be sick if there was a Snoke baby and Yoda baby fought Snoke baby.
Dude, that would be...
I hear though, like the Yoda baby is the number one selling toy forever. Like, yeah, no shit.
That's where they're going with this. Yoda baby by Rise of Skywalker is going to be a big Yoda baby, and he's going to be the one that fights the Emperor.
Everyone's going to buy one for Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Ray won't even be in the picture.
It would die if they built up the cloning thing with this, and then built up, and then never mind. I'm dreaming now. I'm dreaming that what we saw in The Last Jedi was Jake Skywalker. All right.
Han Solo's alive. It's gonna end up like Endgame, and like every person that ever died on both sides is gonna be there.
I'd be okay with that.
They just start coming out of portals.
If Luke Skywalker that we met in The Last Jedi was a clone, was the clone, then that would be great.
He was a malfunctioning clone.
Yeah, Joris Seaboth.
Yes. Yeah, he was a cool character, man. Are you
why couldn't that version of Joris Seaboth be the version that we met of Luke Skywalker? I mean, you can't say they wouldn't. I mean, he'd be similar. That like Joris Seaboth was like living on an island with a bunch of like seems like Native Americans or something, right? Like it was like
yes, that type of indigenous people. Yeah.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker's just sitting there with people who have blue titty milk, So
they should have done that. They should have had him just take Saboth's character and then, or his version of that, and then done the Thrawn trilogy. You're so right. And they were interviewing JJ about this whole goddamn thing. They were saying, so you do the Thrawn trilogy, and he's like, nah, I'm not doing mine.
The say was, what was that? What is that?
Yeah, that's what he's really saying.
He just didn't want to say it seems stupid.
Since none of them have actually heard of Legends before, even though they're reproducing like tons of Legends comics for, as we know, like Marvel has re-released tons of the Dark Horse stuff. Like they're re-releasing all this Dark Horse stuff, and Kathleen Kennedy just doesn't even know. Anyway, okay, moving on.
We just passed the Iron Man.
I will.
They could do a Dr. Alpha live action TV show. Maybe Darth Vader.
Yeah, I don't know. They always have to. I'm not a fan of Dr. Aphra. You're talking about Dr. Aphra, the new comic, right? You said Dr. Aphra. Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan of that. I tried liking it. It's the female Indiana Jones. It's been put inside Star Wars.
You know what I could see them doing, guys?
I've
after
seen
this?
a few.
Oh,
I've read a few. I'm not really really into it. I heard it's popular though.
Yeah, it's popular among people who don't like Star Wars. Sorry, go ahead, Shaney. What were you going to say? What were you saying, Shaney? You were saying something.
I could see Disney doing this because of the popularity of Yoda. Like, do you not see this? A cartoon called Star Wars Babies. Star Wars Babies, make our dreams come true. You know, just have like Darth Vader baby. You have just like all these babies.
What about three men? Three men in
Kennedy is nanny. She's got like all